The Parc des Princes is green. So, Wales are out. England and Scotland are through. Now it is Ireland's turn. They need to beat Argentina and score 4 tries while keeping more than 7 points ahead of the Pumas here in Paris on a beautiful afternoon. Argentina have the best defensive record in the whole tournament. So, as they toss the coin, are we moving into World Cup miracle country now? Ireland, Brian O'Driscoll, in bod we trust, are overdue something special. You've taken the hat off. Give us a cool, calm, impassionate view on whether Ireland can really do this today. Can they do it?
I think they can do it. They got the players. You know, when they play for Leinster, Munster, they do it. So why not today? They didn't deliver since the beginning. Today, that's the day for them.
And certainly for the first time, we know they have a miserable record in this stadium. It is a home match for the Irish.
Yeah, we are not in Ireland. We are in France, but that's a game. All France is cheering for Ireland for 80 minutes only.
And you're saying with your brother in the squad as well, it's a more relaxed squad this week.
I think the pressure's off. Everyone expects Ireland to go out, give a good performance, but no one, I think, back home really expects Ireland to score those 4 tries. I'm actually the eternal optimist, as you know, Jim. I think there is a possibility, but we got to play a hell of a lot better than we have been during the tournament, and we got to take every opportunity we get.
One of the worst things for Ireland is that they came here with such high hopes of this tournament, and at the moment they've offered very, very little.
Yeah, we've got it wrong from day one. We didn't get the points difference we needed against Namibia. We didn't get the bonus point against Georgia. France, before the tournament, maybe we're expected to beat Ireland in that game, but this is the one we had to win. We got to get a bonus point out of this as well. It makes it a much tougher task. You know, the defense of Argentina is as good as it gets. But if we can break that down by moving them around the park, by controlling ball, and not leaving them slow it down at the breakdown, so the referee will have to help us as well.
We're all with you.
Yeah.
You've got to believe us. We're all with you. Not only the ones wearing green hats, we're there. Cheers, Paul. Cheers, Thomas. Thank you very much indeed. Well, if you are looking for omens, it was Stuart Barnes and Miles Harris who saw England over the line here in the Parc des Princes on Friday. They are back in the commentary box. Can they make it a win double for Ireland? Let's see. Over to you, Miles.
Well, that is certainly the aim, as these two are at each other's throats again, just as they were in Lens in 1999 and Australia 4 years ago. Ireland and Argentina meeting face to face to decide who smiles and who groans, who will leave the competition burdened with the tag that nobody wants, the one marked "if only." For Ireland beating the likes of South Africa and Australia less than a year ago, it should never have come to this, but it has. And now, as Captain Brian O'Driscoll says, if they are to die, they must die fighting.
Well, if ever there was a day for Munster's earthy brand of magic to mingle with Leinster's subtle charms, this is it. Ronan O'Gara's charge with the responsibility of merging the styles, whilst Gus Pichot will, as ever, invoke that heady blend of intelligence and pride from a very dangerous Argentina team. What an 80 minutes we have in store.
And as we prepare for the anthems, a word for a man who, because of the health scare this week, is unable to take part today. Simon Best, the Ulster prop. The news encouraging, but best wishes to Simon still uppermost in our minds. The anthems. I don't know who won the Battle of the Anthems. The winner of the match comes next. And Ireland start. And they will look to start as they mean to go on. Aguja. Not the best kick. Might still work. As Horgan was trying to bring it down. Paul Honnis, the referee, for a second time on this ground at the tournament.
Very nervous start from Argentina. I've rarely seen such raw emotion when an anthem's sung. It really is. It could fuel Argentina, but they have to control it because that was very nervous start from them.
Longo at number 8 for Argentina. The one change from the side that played against France on the opening weekend. Jordan Murphy. Given license to roam, back in the side. Hernandez. Back at fly half. Felipe Contepomi against his Leinster mates is at centre. O'Gara. It'll chip over the top. Oh no, O'Gara nearly took that. David Wallace has.
Come out, Blue! Yes, sir!
Redden. O'Gara still with a call on this side. O'Driscoll, the only man there for Ireland. But what a man to have. O'Connell. Now that is the fire that Ireland have been wanting to see from O'Connell.
Wait! No.
P-shot. Good pressure. Good start.
Good start for Ireland, very nervous for Argentina. Far more fired up. Felipe Contepomi of Leinster bailed out his team there. But O'Driscoll and O'Connell in. And these two teams, they have history. And do not be surprised if this doesn't ignite very early today. This is raw.
And those giant candles in the Irish second row, O'Callaghan and O'Connell, they need to burn brightly.
I don't want to see him coming in, okay? Let's just calm down, all right? Just remind your players not to come in, okay? Thank you.
Two skippers warned by Paul Honnis.
Well, I think Pichot will want to have a word with his great mate Felipe Contepomi as well. Contepomi is a wonderful talent, mentally and physically brave, but he really does get involved in the shenanigans, and he has to be calm today outside Hernandez. They need mental coolness as well as bravery from Felipe Contepomi.
And Ireland need, as we all know, 4 tries and to win by more than 7. In short, Argentina must get nothing.
Wait! No, back.
Some pretty ferocious use of the boot there by O'Connell initially, and then use of the body by O'Connell. And the rest of the pack, Redden.
Advantage.
Referee playing advantage. Argentina have come through offside.
Now this is fascinating, of course. What do Ireland do? They have to get 4 tries. A win alone is not enough. They need a bonus point to stay in it. And look at this. From the very first moments of the match, O'Gara and Ireland set the tone. They are going for it.
The game has to be won, but it has to be won with 4 tries. Normally at this level, if you score 4 tries, you are going to win the game.
Having said that, they've got to get out of Argentina's range as well. It's a risky policy.
Flannery throws, and it's not a good one.
Release Green. Hold here.
P-shot. And Dennis Hickey, another record to the side, like Jordan Murphy in the back 3, which suggests that he's going to pose more of a threat. Just has to watch that one go over the head.
Flannery will be really upset there. Well, Paul O'Connell, actually, I do a disservice to Flannery. Nothing wrong with that. That's straight through O'Connell's arms there. And Hernandez with that low slingy kick boots it 40 metres upfield.
O'Callaghan palms. O'Gara. O'Driscoll.
Leave
Good
it,
work by
boy.
David Wallace, the open side, very quickly there again.
Hands off,
Paul
boy.
O'Connell is like a man possessed at the moment. Darcy's trying to stay strong there. And it's the Leinster quartet there of Darcy O'Driscoll in the centre, Horgan Hickey out wide, and Horgan's going through the middle. But
On me, Green!
scored the opening try of the tournament for Argentina. Calls for the mark.
O'Gara will have to kick a lot better than that, as we see Brian O'Driscoll in pain at the moment. A great worry for Ireland, but O'Gara has to kick better than that. Corletto plays here often for Stad. He's missed touch though, but he is a good fullback.
O'Driscoll down, but the game continues.
Last feet.
O'Gara.
Look for the count back, guys.
No problem here for Corletto, man who plays with Stade Francais. It's their stage, so many of this Argentina side here in Paris.
Third of them, I think. Ronan O'Gara will have to be better, you know, with his tactical kicking.
Behind you, please.
One of the main men for Ireland. He has had a very hesitant tournament so far. He has to be a bit more aggressive when he's passing, and his kicking has to be a lot better than it has been this tournament and this first 10 minutes.
Leamy with a foot on the line, but ball had gone out. Direct from Hernandez. Now Leamy could take the line out as we watch the replay from the 22, but he won't.
I'm looking for you for those calls. Yeah, thank you.
Argentina were ready for that piece of quick thinking from Dennis Leamy, but Ireland still have the option of the scrum, which is the one that's normally taken, and it's a great position from which to attack.
Wonderful position. Jordan Murphy right behind. Not as solid as Gervin Dempsey, but he's got this flashing ability to change a game. He's the spare man. You can see him right behind the scrum. Could he be the ace in the Irish backline today?
Redden. O'Gara for Hickey. Dennis Hickey. Now the tackle on Borges.
Seven, back.
And Argentina at the moment camped inside their own half, and Jordan Murphy looking to keep them there.
That's what Argentina do brilliantly. Chase there and slowed down.
Good there from Darcy, he didn't panic, and Horan as well. Flannery. Good tackling from Argentina. Oh, the pressure they're putting on now. Redden in rewind.
Awful from Ireland. That's absolutely awful. They're not going to win this game playing 7 aside from their own half in the first 50 minutes. That ball was going backwards. Argentina said, come on, attack us from 60. Ireland walked into Argentina's trap, and it's a chance for Contepomi there. Cool heads required there. Brian O'Driscoll, well, he was guilty as well, but he's got to calm down his troops and say, come on, lads, we've got to win this first, and we've got to score tries from deep. Argentina, who have had a horrible first 8 minutes, not in the match, and it's Ireland who have gifted them an opportunity to take the lead.
And from an Irish point of view, that needs to be lesson learnt. Here's Contepomi. This kick would take him past 400 points in international rugby. He's got 42 in this tournament. Closing in on South Africa's Percy Montgomery, 10 in front. But he doesn't get it. So Ireland led off the hook.
You know, that missed kick sums up the nervous start from Argentina. Ireland let them in the game, but Contepomi, he's frazzled at the moment. Lafreda looks on. It is not a good start for Argentina. They said in the week, we want to start better. They have not.
Celso and Ledesma there with him, the hooker. And the front row completed by Roncero. And that's powerful from Rodrigo Roncero. Hernandez.
Back, please, back.
Pichot. Corletto. And Murphy.
Holding 5.
Is that a knock-on or backwards? Referee thinks backwards. O'Gara.
Poor kick again. Litany of errors from Argentina as well. This game not settled down. It's exciting, but oh, it's nervy.
Two Contepomi twins there. Felipe with the kick, and another kick after the chase from Manuel, and Felipe Contepomi going on, but look at Dennis Hickey.
Is that fine? Okay, 22.
It will be a 22 dropout. Claim of a pull, but Hickey just seemed to be wanting to get there.
He's come from a long way. There is a pull there. It's
from
not
Horgan.
Dennis Hickey. It's not Dennis Hickey. There is a pull there from Horgan, and Contepomi's right. Here you can see Hickey using pace to get there, and in fact Contepomi has a tug, but there's no doubt at all Shane Horgan took his man out earlier there. A real let-off for the man in green there.
Pichot. Hernandez. Should be Jordan Murphy's fullback. And is.
We'll have to get used to that. Jordan Murphy will have to take these. Heyman couldn't handle it 3 weeks ago.
Redden. Hickey. Could be his final game. Dennis Hickey will retire at the end of this tournament.
Started pretty well, hasn't he? I mean, he's bailed out Ireland, got away with a tug, but he still had to have the speed of mind and body to get back. Saved his team, and there's Jordan Murphy under pressure to perform today. He doesn't want to go too early. He doesn't want to have to prove too much to O'Sullivan. Be solid and wait for the moment.
From the back.
A full backing from the Irish supporters.
No.
And there are many of them
Keep it up.
here in the Parc des Princes today.
He is on.
Horgan will win most in the air against Aguja. But he can't do anything. He was being bundled into touch, and that's a good effort from a much smaller winger, amateur player back in Argentina with the Hindu club.
But that's Argentina's game. It was too strong for France. High balls from Hernandez, and then nothing flash about it, but just sheer guts chasing an organisation. Horgan should have had that, but the numbers were Argentine, and they turned the ball over.
Same again. No more warnings,
Miles
Argentina.
also. Argentina's line-out has not functioned well. Ireland have to attack there today.
Well, that's annoying for Ireland. They were winning that ball. The referee just wanted to say, don't do it again to Argentina. Well, it's no consolation for the men in green. And now it's with Ignacio Fernandez Lobe. Ledesma. Look how strong O'Callaghan is there.
Long time, Blue. Come out for.
And stolen. O'Connell.
Hands off, Blue.
O'Gara.
That's a better strike. Oof, too good a strike.
As it rolls on, and it goes dead. And it's all important now. Where the referee returns in the field, it's going to be a long, long way. O'Gara was kicking from just about, well, 10 metres behind his own 10-metre line, at least.
Ireland are not going to win this game if they make those sort of errors. That's about the first time O'Gara's really caught a ball well, punting it, but his angle was wrong. It was too far in field. And now it's Pichot and co who have the angle.
Back, nine, back.
And it does roll on this firm surface here. Always has done. Hernandez and Jordan Murphy putting the brakes on. Borges sees him into touch. Good little spell this for Argentina.
Hernandez just started to pull a few strings there. Better as a fullback, but he's such a composed player that he will kick Argentina into the places they want to be. And you saw Borges, not the biggest man, but Argentina, every one of their players will chase every kick down. That's their game.
And yet to concede a try in the tournament. And with this major motivation of what will just be a second World Cup quarter-final, but a way of proving to the world, as we said before when they started this tournament, that for far too long they've been eating crumbs from the top table, whilst others have been sitting and feasting. There's the motivation, that is the drive, in all ways. Getting very close to that line now. P-shot short, still using forwards, still using the big men.
Unplayable.
And they'll get a scrum.
It's okay, Gus.
P-shot talking to Paul Honnis. Honnis calling him Gus.
Scrum blues.
Honnis worries if you're an Ireland player, first name terms with the captain. That was ominous though, wasn't it? Argentina really got their drive going well there. And Ireland was struggling, and P-shot trying to buy a penalty with his insistent urgings to Honnis.
Pause, engage.
Now watch out for Longo, number 8. In for Leguizamon. He's been injured this World Cup. He's a powerful carrier, very dangerous off the back.
And just over 20 minutes against Namibia. Longo.
Stand up.
Leguizamon got 2 tries in that match, but Longo, the man that Ledesma,
pause, engage.
the hooker, wants to feed the ball back to here. The man that, I'm afraid of the coach, wanted to see return to the side. There he is, the number 8, P-shot. And it's Borges, and it's a try. And a score which is a stake in the heart of Irish ambition.
Argentine forward power set that up. That scrum was rock solid. The drive before it was good. And Borges, he's not the biggest man, but he's got a low centre of gravity. And this is a strong carry. Reddin can't hold P-shot. He bounces off the tackles, and it's the Stade Francais man who gets the score, knows how important it is. Hickey there, he waits out, and Dennis Hickey, well, he just spins off the cover before it reaches Hickey. It's a good finish, and that is a wonderful start. It really is. David Wallace, in fact, collides with Borges, and the collision almost pinballs the right wing away. And look at the Argentine bench. They were fervent for the anthem. They are now flying.
And Contepomi, instead of having to worry about a missed penalty kick, has a conversion which he misses as well, so it stays at 5-0. In a way, it doesn't change what Ireland have to do. They've still got to go and score 4 tries and win big. But of course, the match has changed over the last 10 minutes or so, with Argentina starting to exert some control.
I guess if Ireland get the 4 tries, though, at least it's 2 less points they need. If Argentina gets some penalties, Contepomi starts kicking, Argentina are in trouble. Sorry, Ireland are in trouble. You know, the 7 points as well.
Useful bonus from the restart for Flannery and his pack here. O'Connell, Reddin, O'Gara, and Darcy stopped right on that gain line. O'Gara to O'Driscoll. Murphy, good hands out to Horgan. Horgan inside. O'Driscoll. Bit more promising here. Reddin, good pick up O'Gara. Wallace, tackling. 3 men there to make that tackle, but that might mean men on this side for Ireland. O'Gara. Reddin trying to get the ball away, but the ball was out and Argentina came through. For the first time it was okay, and then the referee said hands on the floor penalty.
Well, there's a bit going off away from the ball as well. Great defensive work from Roncero and Celso, though, you know. Brilliant work from the Argentine props getting there.
Just holding, but let's just relax.
We should look at the table, you know, and just check what's happening in this Pool D. France winning today and getting the bonus point against Georgia Now, if Argentina go on to win, that is it. They will top the pool and they will play their quarter-final in Paris at the Stade de France against Scotland, and France will go to the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff to play New Zealand, and Ireland will go home. That if Argentina win.
O'Gara now going for the 3 points. They've spurned them in the first couple of minutes. 5-0 down. They're now very well aware that they've got to actually win this game as well, and they've got to build that lead to a certain extent. Maybe they were too ambitious too early on there.
And also it's a much easier kick, and it should be 3 points guaranteed, which it is for Ronan O'Gara. Ireland 3, Argentina 5. And remember, and it is worth reiterating, Eddie O'Sullivan's team have to get the maximum 5 match points from this. 4 for the win, 1 for the bonus point. That means 4 tries, and they have to prevent Argentina from getting 1 point, 1 bonus point, either from finishing within 7 or scoring 4 tries themselves. O'Connell takes.
He didn't get his feet off the ground, but his skill in taking was superb, Paul O'Connell.
Going from deep with Darcy.
That's what
He's not been able to get away yet, Gordon Darcy. Redden. O'Gara. Here comes Corletto. Albacete. Carrying well the big lock. Pichot. Hernandez as Argentina look to chip away. Juan Martin Hernandez. Drop goal. Gone is the O'Gara penalty. Just like that, in a flash.
Touch of class again. It's a Stade Francais man, Hernandez. Pichot and his fly half knew what to do. But again, Ireland running dangerous ball from deep. It was never on. O'Gara's clearance kick was a poor one. Corletto brought it back from full-back, and no need for Argentina to chase tries, but just keep the scoreboard ticking.
Sliced by Hernandez, and he's hobbling after that. He's been having problems with his leg. So we'll keep an eye on Hernandez.
Leave it blue.
Redden. O'Gara.
Forward, come out. Okay.
And it's Borges again. This nippy little winger.
O'Gara's having
Roll
a
off
difficult
forward.
start, isn't he? It's
Hands
a
out,
poor
Green.
kick again.
No, back
He's
up a little.
feeding Corletto and
Forward.
Borges.
Holding.
No problem with that strike from Hernandez, but he's not moving freely.
Come here.
Murphy. Gary Owen. Nearly. Brave chase. And brave there too from Pichot, who grabs the ball.
Forward, leave it.
With arms and legs flying. Ledesma. Well, they keep giving it to Hernandez. Corletto.
He's a player, Corletto, isn't he?
Ball's out, play on.
Well, all the pace you'd want from a fullback, but tremendous strength as well. Celso showing his strength with that carry forward.
Let him play.
And when Argentina get in their stride, they look a very good team again. But that is Paul O'Connell and Donnacha O'Callaghan, and you sense that those two would set the benchmark for Ireland today.
Yeah, they've got to light Ireland up. And O'Connell's had a good first
wingers
20, that there's no doubt.
Darcy back in the full-back position.
Leave it blue.
Again, Ireland looking to run from deep.
At your peril, Ireland, because Argentina's chasing game is excellent. They make their one-on-one tackles.
And this kicking game is so important as well. Oh, Hernandez. How did he come out with that ball? Pichot. Chips ahead, Corletto. O'Gara, beware here.
Well, I must say the half-backs are really dominant. What a bonus when you've got a fly half who takes a high ball as well as anyone, with the possible exception of Latham in the world, and then Corletto, who's playing full-back with all that pace. Ireland didn't kick badly, and they are hurt. Hernandez, eye on the ball, all class, all awareness of the space, and Argentina are starting to look good. I must say, the drive and control of their pack is more impressive than it was against France. They're finding some rhythm. These are difficult moments for Ireland.
Christoph, we have a blood. 7 green. Replacement, please.
David Wallace has a blood injury.
Smart kick from Pichot, wasn't he? He was almost losing the ball. He hacked it on, and then Corletto in pursuit there. It's the sort of Stade Francais men, Borges, Hernandez, Corletto, Pichot. They're inspired by the Parc des Princes. Everyone wants Ireland, but these boys from Argentina don't care. They are tight.
Wait for the whistle.
Neil Best is on for David Wallace, who goes to the blood bin. Ledesma going towards Best. Oh, knocked forward by O'Gara. That was a terrific chance to clear. Now it will be an Argentina scrum.
Well, an overthrow there, and as you say, you thought Ireland would clear their line, and I just wonder whether Hernandez will say, well, we'll have a little look once, and if nothing's on, I'll just take another 3 points. Contepomi is flat. They can hit up once, take the 3. Started to saunter, isn't he, the fly half. Going down the short side. Felipe Contepomi flat and ready to hit off Longo.
There is Longo. That large presence at number 8.
Oh,
Ostiglia. Ireland trying to tackle around that fringe. Been called out once before, just short of the line. Hernandez. Ball is loose. And a knock on, and now Ireland to put in.
Well, these are desperate moments for Ireland there. The Argentine backs not quite able to match their forwards, who are really slotted into gear now. And Ireland hanging on at the moment.
There is one more pool game left today. It's South Africa against the United States, and you can follow that on ITV4 from 6:30. No midweek rugby this week, of course. It's quarterfinals next weekend of the Rugby World Cup, but there's football for you with the Champions League on Tuesday. Our live coverage includes Manchester United versus Roma on ITV1, and then it's Steaua Bucharest, if you follow Arsenal, on ITV4. So that's where you'll be.
Tell you where Ireland are at the moment. They're in a bad place. I just think Argentina wanted a better set piece. It is better. Their territorial game is good. They're chasing well. They are really closing this game down at the moment. Ireland on the back foot.
It's a useful breather, this, for Ireland. Bit of a timeout.
It is, because Argentina are starting to cause Ireland more problems than France did for a long time.
Down the middle, please.
A week and a bit ago. They really are. They look fired up front, and Ireland are hanging on. They have to come out of here without leaking any points.
Number 3, don't fold in for me, please. Don't fold in. It's coming in, sir. I'm watching. Too close to Argentina. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
And Argentina working hard at that scrum, as is their tradition. Never seen an Argentine side without an effective scrum, whatever year. And talking of props, let's go to our prop, Paul Wallace. Wally.
Yeah, it's great heroic defence by Ireland there, but you know, they're getting the quick ball, which we thought they wouldn't be able to get against Argentina. I think Argentina are very nervous about Paul Hannes blowing them up all over the park for maybe not rolling away from the ball. The problem is getting through the Argentine defence, especially their forwards. They're getting out, they're coming up and making massive hits, and Ireland really not getting across the game line, but they've got to stick with the game plan. The opportunities will open up as the game goes on, and the Argentine players get a bit more tired, and spaces evolve, and then you might see Darcy O'Driscoll getting into space. Just got to stay in there and stay positive.
Thanks, Paul. How much ball has Albacete taken in this World Cup?
5 seconds, Argentina.
Another fine take at that line out.
Hold.
It's having a towering competition. Jordan Murphy needed to be tall there, but it breaks for Brian O'Driscoll. Redden, Murphy, looking to conjure the magic.
Here it is.
If he is to be the genie of the lamp,
back.
it's got to be 4 wishes today,
Gus.
not 3.
Okay.
Just not getting anywhere though, are they? Always the danger of the turnover. I was listening to Paul there, and good old Wally, that was almost the voice of faith, I would say, there. Because at the moment, Ireland's other problem is that Argentina are starting to drive this ball and control.
Paul's brother David has returned to the field, and Neil Best takes his leave for now.
Well, his brother David, along with Dennis Leamy, have also got to get an injection of pace into this game off the pack. If it's just played a solid, steady third gear, Argentina will love that.
Yeah, it's over. It's fine. Yeah, you were fine. Yeah.
Seem to be plenty of
6.
options for Argentina
8,
at
sorry.
the line-out. And again, Ledesma is right on the money with his throwing. Felipe Contepomi, Manuel Contepomi and Hernandez.
Release, Blue!
No, it wasn't coming out. Paul Honnis
No.
gives the penalty.
Difficult kick for Ronan O'Gara, hasn't struck the ball that well. Jordan Murphy in with a tackle ball held by Felipe Contepomi, and Ronan O'Gara now go steady, solid, and Ireland, after a period of defending, finally have an attacking launch pad.
In your view, do Ireland have to get a try before half-time? Is 4 too many in the second half?
Argentina.
One every 10 minutes, I would say so, when you see the quality of line-out play from the likes of Longo. I just don't see this Argentina team tiring, because they play in France and England, they're professional, they're a different Argentina team. Ireland also have to give themselves reasons to believe going into the tunnel, I think.
Tries can come in batches at the end of a game, but to be asked to score 4 at international level in one half against this opposition, well, we shall see. Horgan.
No, play on, backwards.
Flannery needs to be strong here.
Release, release. Play on.
Oh, Argentina have done a brilliant job there in the end.
Knock on first.
And knock on Longo, the 8.
Knock on by Blue. Hey.
It's about the 4th time, isn't it, we have seen Ireland just driven 15, 20 metres backwards as they try and force the game.
Here's our mark.
Useful little bit of
Touch.
fortune this for
Pause.
Ireland,
Engage.
the knock-on. So once again, that breakdown was being bossed by Argentina.
Watch it.
Murphy. Now where will this break? Murphy goes to the floor. Corletto looks straight to the referee and says no. Murphy is still down, and well, both sets of supporters don't like it. Irish supporters feel that he's been dumped off the ball, and all around us Argentina supporters are saying that this is play acting from Jordan Murphy.
Joubert's flag is up on the near side. Pichot wants to have his 8th as well.
Just a check with the shoulder against 15 Blue.
A check with the shoulder. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. Just a use of the shoulder. Okay.
Sometimes it's a giveaway when players react as Corletto did there. Looks straight to the referee, threw his arms in the air. And O'Gara's going for the corner. That's the check with the shoulder, as described by the officials.
Quite right as well. It's an illegal block there, and it enabled Hernandez to get that ball away, and it enables Ireland to march into the 22, and they do need something very soon. They need a good throw from Flannery, they need a drive, they've got to dent Argentina's self-belief as well as ignite their own.
It began with such promise for Ireland, but as yet nothing to show apart from 3 points from that Ronan O'Gara penalty. But Leamy has got that back, and it might work. O'Driscoll, the first one is in the net. Three big fish still to catch, but Brian O'Driscoll has got everybody going here.
Had to be O'Driscoll, didn't it? The key though is O'Gara, so flat there, and that's why O'Driscoll is able to use that swiveling, swerving strength of his much better from the fly half. Argentina caught on the angle there, spins out of Hernandez half tackle, and there's nothing flash there. Ball under 2 arms as Eddie O'Sullivan is finally out of his seat. O'Driscoll wasn't going to give that one up, but O'Gara flat, and suddenly Argentina's midfield breached.
Not just a try, but a conversion to give Ireland the lead. Well, he's one of the world's greats, perhaps the greatest in his position in recent times. He deserves the greatest games on the greatest stage. That's the kind of reaction he can bring. Ireland 10, Argentina 8. Well, Hickey came in, didn't make it, but then Norcan Corletto, and now it's a chase up the line. And a different feel, totally different feel.
Well, Argentina were in control of the pace and the tempo, everything, but O'Driscoll and O'Gara have combined, and now this place sounds, smells, feels like Lansdowne Road. Look at that. You can almost see the Guinness flowing over. There's some belief. And Argentina suddenly wobbling.
But if you put it down, it would help.
If only. If only.
Argentina may be wobbling, but not at that line out. Pichot gets a crack on the head. Hernandez, Murphy. This is what he's in the side for, moments like this. Counter-attacking, O'Gara. And Pichot has time. And it's back with Murphy. Trying to find a way. And a drop ball. Anguish.
It's almost like a game of dare. Pichot just fires that ball back to Jordan Murphy and says, come on, counter, because Argentina will back themselves to turn over and win the game that way, and Murphy is there to actually break that defence. It's a fascinating little plot within this game. Ireland's countering game against Argentine kicking.
And Marcus Horan would normally back himself to take those, so be very disappointed with that. Just loses a little bit of momentum, which is clearly building. Hernandez. Over to Jordan Murphy again. We're back through the legs. Hickey can't take it. O'Driscoll is there. Try score 1 minute. Ace defender the next, but it's turnover. And a chance here for Fernandez Lobby onto Aguja.
Pass was too early from the flank, really was, didn't give his left wing a chance.
Pichot. How Ireland do not want this bubble to burst. Hernandez is the man to prick it. 2 drop goals now from a man that is playing right at the top of his game in the World Cup, as he did as well all those years ago.
The Argentine Iceman knows what he has to do. Pichot feeds him, and bang. Ireland can't get near him. Lovely strike there from Hernandez. Calms Argentina down. It's a great high ball as well, wasn't it? That got Argentina the position from Hernandez.
Jordan Murphy getting more catching practice today than he would do in training all week.
On me, on you, yep.
And Hernandez with the mark. Always aware of the options. Look at him. Beady eyes looking everywhere.
If he moves forward, you're okay.
Great vision.
Just wait here for.
He played a high ball game against Argentina. Of course, you've got Corletto and Hernandez. And again, touch is not found, but Argentina are not looking for touch. They are saying to Ireland, come on then.
Hickey's turn. And Longo as safe as the rest. Played by Easterby, that'll put everyone on side, and that could mean trouble. Ignacio Fernandez Lobby needs a bit of a speedster to go with him. Well resisted John Hayes, he would have been offside, but it still might mean the attack keeps coming with Pichot. Redden, that's a good pickup. O'Driscoll, now can Ireland work an extra man? No, they can't. Again, the cover is good from Argentina.
Marcus Horan took Pichot out off the ball there. Pichot didn't like it. It was a clever piece of play, you might say cynical if you were from South America.
Pauletto, Hernandez. Oh, that is brilliant from Hernandez. Supreme. And now Contepomi and Argentina have a great chance here. If they can secure this quick ball, which they do. Albacete. Here comes Ledesma, but he's not required. He's going to be tries it. Corletto onto Longo. Aguja! It's given. And again, the Pumas smelling the sweet aroma of the last 8.
That's an absolutely superb try from Argentina. Everything you want from an international team. A great high ball from Hernandez. Murphy rises, but it's the fly half with the fullback's instinct and the little underload. And look at Celso there, kept alive by the forwards. One bad pass, but Longo just thinks, I'm cautious, I know what to do, don't be greedy. Aguja is in again, and it's Argentina halfway towards the bonus point that would floor Ireland no matter what happened. That is a gloriously concocted try. No wonder Lafreda is happy, and again, it is the man wearing 10 is the fulcrum of this team. Hernandez, whether he's kicking high balls, firing flat passes, is tearing Ireland to pieces.
And look at their reaction now. Argentina cannot afford to get ahead of themselves, but if they play like this, then what is possible here? Not just quarterfinals, semi-finals too. And they know that, but all week they have been concentrating on the job in hand, and doesn't it show? And as you say, halfway to that 4-try bonus point. Mesmerising rugby, and Felipe Contepomi can even use the upright to good effect. We've got a minute until the interval, and Ireland really have a task on their hands now.
Flat ball there from Hernandez, Corletto in, and then Longo puts it away. You said, what's possible? I interviewed Pichot in the week, and he looked me in the eyes and said, we can win this tournament. You don't believe me? We convince each others, and Pichot, he really does. He's leading his team, he's got a fine 10 and a pack that is now really motoring. Ireland have it all to do in the second half. Argentina have had a dream 40.
And the calmest man on the pitch is without a doubt Hernandez. He is the general. Okay, Pichot is the captain, but at the moment the leader out there is the fly half Hernandez. I mean, the combination is magnificent, don't get me wrong, but it's an unbelievable fly half performance, this from Hernandez. O'Gara, Darcy. O'Gara again, Murphy, lost in contact, Borges. Surely not. Another Argentina score just before half-time. It might be. It's Hernandez dribbling on. But it goes out, and that is the half-time whistle, and Ireland will be relieved. Argentina are at halfway house, and maybe even more. Ireland, it was always going to be a cliffhanger, but their fingertips are being removed from the edge one by one. 18-10 Argentina lead at half-time.
We're ready to go. Let's rejoin Stuart Barnes and Miles Harrison.
Thanks, Jim. Here we go. Hernandez, the man of the first half. But there were plenty of those, certainly wearing the blue and white, offering up their hand for that particular accolade. But the man, as Jim was saying, Hernandez, who lives just around the corner from here, this is his beat, this is his patch.
Oh, but that's Paul O'Connell's world when he did his best. That's a second absolutely mesmeric, magnificent take from O'Connell. But Ireland lead him and they need O'Driscoll. They're two totems now to lift this team, because Argentina are very confident. And Longo's playing a beauty as well, isn't he?
And it makes it very easy to see why his coach, Lafreda, wants him at number 8, even though someone with the ability of Leguizamo.
Power and presence, that's what Longo has over the younger player.
Which, as the competition goes on, which it seems that it will at this stage for Argentina, though nothing is done yet, as Pichot has the non-drop goal attempt, knowing that the penalty is coming. That kind of presence, that kind of surety on the field will be invaluable. But there is a game to win here for Argentina. Still 40 minutes for Ireland to somehow bring around a rugby resurrection.
If you hear me called still the same maul, don't collapse it.
Well, there was talk of the miracle match, which of course a lot of people in Ireland invoking the spirit of Munster's win against Gloucester, which was a very famous Heineken Cup match many years ago when they scored 4 bonus tries, the last in the 80th minute to beat Gloucester when they were the top team in England. This is a whole different world, and at 18-10 down, 42 minutes in, we are talking miracles that make anything that happened at Easter look like chance happenings.
Well, Munster also had to win, of course, by a margin of 27 points that day. Ireland have to score 4 tries, their margin is 7. They have to be clear by 7, but it starts to look increasingly difficult if this goes over for 3 points for Felipe Contepomi, which it does. 21-10, first points of the second half are Argentina's.
The Pumas are purring now. I guess in a way it doesn't make that much difference. Ireland now have to just think about try, convert them all. That's 21 points, but that still only makes it 31-21. So a penalty for Argentina, and Ireland are in 24 points just to make it. It looks huge for them now.
Combo again, Pichot, Hernandez, and Leamy back to give it to Jordan Murphy. It's going to need some brilliance from somewhere. Who is going to provide it? David Wallace.
It's a worrying injury on the far side.
Ruck formed.
Referee not seen it. He's going to give Ireland the penalty award here. Now his attention has been drawn to it.
Yep, thank you. Here we are.
It's not a specialist, so the game can go on.
Sorry.
Nobody required for a scrum. Ireland obviously taking the kick to touch option.
Just look at that strike from Ronan O'Gara, though. That's this man can kick the ball as well as most kickers on the planet, and he is just bludgeoning the ball rather than stroking it at the moment. I think Paul Hollis has realised now it's a potential neck injury, so we have to stop.
Obviously, time will be taken with this injury. Anything around the head or neck area, then the medical staff will not rush things, and nobody would want them to either. It's Ostiglia, the blindside flanker, who thankfully is sitting up and who plays his rugby with Agen in France. And with Longo also in the back row with Clement Auvergne. It's not just Stade Francais that features heavily in this Argentina side.
But that Stade connection's very important, isn't it? They won 4 of the last 6 French titles. They are a team used to winning big games, and these are Argentine internationals used to playing in front of 80,000. They're not phased anymore, this lot. They are not phased.
French connection, Stiglia is okay. Flannery to O'Callaghan. The Munster men. Can they discover another miracle match? A miracle half now. Still so much to be done.
Albacete was slowing it down there.
Wallace going.
Last feet.
Redden, O'Gara, O'Driscoll, Hickey.
Release Green! Release it, Green 11! Advantage.
Argentina have turned it over. And Longo to Contepomi. This is interesting.
Off Green, advantage again.
I think it was Celso who was outside and Contepomi.
Last foot.
Well, he decided to try and go from well inside his own 22, but it came off an Irish hand.
The original knock
and
on by Green.
Argentina will
Over
get
to
the
here
put
for a
into the
second knock
scrum.
on. Take the advantage from here.
Shot will talk to his old mate there with Celso outside. The tight head prop, 90 metres to go. Contepomi was trying something to nothing there. There was no gain side.
Can you say to your team,
A little bit volatile, but once again, the British teams are getting beaten badly at the turnover. That was a very important turnover by Argentina, right in the shadow of the post.
9, stay back.
Pichot to Hernandez. It's British and Irish teams.
Yeah, home nations.
Murphy. Again, cries for some impeding, but not that time. Pichot. Corletto. That's good work there from Redden, and O'Gara too, the halfbacks, looking like back row men.
It's that desperate for Ireland. O'Gara's got to hunt everything down along with his teammates. There's Jordan Murphy. Well, that's shoulder to shoulder, and Jordan's shoulder's a little bit lighter than Albacete's there. That was no penalty.
Flannery. O'Callaghan again, already with O'Gara. That's good. O'Driscoll, very good. On it goes! Jordan Murphy! That is a brilliant try. Keep the faith.
We've been waiting a month to see that Ireland play. Wonderful stuff, and again, O'Driscoll's ability to fade outside the flat pass is crucial. And David Wallace for the first time front foot. There, O'Driscoll's outside his man. The soft ball to Wallace, the lovely pass, and Murphy, all he has to do is cross the line. But O'Driscoll's fade there is magnificent. Wallace, straight as you like, timing to Jordan Murphy. And again, the dream flickers, it is alive. Ireland had to score from this period of play. They have done, and they have scored their best try of the tournament.
O'Gara, and the conversions do matter because Ireland need to lead by more than 7 at the end. But it is a try to remember, not converted, but look at that cutout, Paul, and if you want 2 men on hand to make sure O'Driscoll and Wallace will be right there.
It's the fade from O'Driscoll off the ball beautifully there. He beat his man before he caught the ball. So few players do that now. An outside break without the ball is gorgeous stuff. Again, O'Driscoll providing for his team.
There must have been a knock-on in there somewhere, you would have thought, but no. He's knocking it forward, but not going to
Advantage
ground.
over.
And that's
Scrum
dead
on 22.
from
Scrum.
Argentina and Contepomi, and then, of course, the scrum back.
Thank you.
So maybe a little bit of a turn here.
You'd have to say Felipe Contepomi has been perhaps a little bit more headstrong than most of his colleagues today. Few errors from him. And Ireland again have just something to hang on to there. 40 metres from their line.
Leamy.
Here it is, here it is. No, it's all right.
Redden, Hickey. This might be very useful, this. Oh, look at the break on that ball.
What's the options, guys?
And Borges not troubled by it in the end. Should be a 22 dropout. It is. And we'll take a look at that table again, because 2 converted tries, easy said, for Ireland now. And it's still possible. They would do it if that was the case, not conceding any more points.
Bring them back here.
But Argentina winning the game would, of course, mean they top the pool. They play Scotland in Paris, and it would be New Zealand against the host nation, France, in Wales. Of course, if Ireland do it and Argentina don't qualify, then France get to play in Paris.
In the air, Hernandez taken out.
Just a timing issue, that's all.
Miles, they've
Just a timing issue.
looking at the scenarios, you talked it through,
Yeah,
as you
that's
can
right,
see,
that's okay.
O'Gara timing wrong there. It is a penalty. Ireland get just the 2 converted tries. That makes the score 29-21. What an end we would have if that is to be the case.
But Argentina just looking for a losing bonus point, just trying to get it from anywhere.
Time on.
Right now they're trying to win this game. They do believe they can go a long way in this tournament, and if they're going to, you know, this is a game really that they have to be winning, because they lose to Ireland and they hang on and qualify. They don't go back to their camp thinking we can win this World Cup. They have to keep their momentum going with a win today.
And their play has been such that they can say to themselves, Argentina at the moment, we conceded to Brian O'Driscoll in the first half. Our defensive alignment there was poor. And the last try from Ireland, as good as it was only a blip. We are on top of this match, have been ever since the first 5 minutes, really, after that amazing Ireland start. Well, they can say that to themselves. But another Ireland score here, and the doubts would really start to emerge. But they're not emerging yet, because that's another Argentina turnover. And they have won that breakdown conclusively today. Hernandez.
Dagger kick from Hernandez. But I tell you, the sail flanker, Juan Martin Fernandez Lobby, is having a superb game. We talk about McCaw and Smith and Berger, but this Argentine 7 is a good player, and Hernandez, he's just orchestrating things coolly. It's an afternoon out in the Bois de Boulogne for him.
To go a long way in this tournament, you're going to have a really top-class, world-class open side. That's the man who wears number 7. The man who is meant to be the first at the breakdown. Here's Redden. Hickey. Oh, deflection. Infield. Still might work. That came off Wallace, I think. Referee saw it. Knock-on advantage. Corletto.
Your advantage, Blue, for knock-on. Wait.
There is Fernandez Lobby.
Wait out. Advantage over.
P-shot. Hickey. Jordan Murphy has put it in behind Argentina, and it's Longo going back. Jordan Murphy's there already, but Longo is not the kind of man to panic. Nor P-shot, but he's hurt himself with that kick. Hickey once more. Look at that on the floor from Argentina. It's their ball again.
It's 3 in the last 5-10 minutes or so. Ireland have got to address that problem.
Pichot's fine, he was just embarrassed.
Wasn't that bad.
High standards. And there's the man that's been setting them, Hernandez.
That's too long.
But that's too close to fullback Jordan Murphy. Ireland still in this.
Hold.
Well, it's still tantalising now. I mean, Argentina have looked, as you say, the better team for a lot of this game, but as Murphy goes, one score and it's all on.
Trying things. Manuel Contepomi to Hernandez.
Cross forward.
So knock
Cross
on.
forward.
Just one moment of brilliance from O'Driscoll or Darcy. It's 22-21 to Ireland, and they are in the shooting match. We still could have the most exciting 20 minutes of the tournament, although you have to go some way from Wales-Fiji.
What a game that was yesterday. Rivas Alvarez is on for Fernandez Lobbe. Alvarez wearing number 18. He's a lot replacement. Just a bit of housekeeping, by the way. I said open side is 7. Of course, in South Africa, that is not the number used, so Berger wears 6.
Ball's out.
He's a little bit confused on that one.
Cross forward.
South Africa go the other way, but South Africa not here. This is all about Ireland, Argentina.
Off your foot into a player in front.
Another loss forward.
But it's an Irish scrum, and in a matter of millimetres, Argentina again hungrier, quicker, sharper. Possession gone. Ireland have to be so careful when they have the ball here.
Longo, Pichot. Way too much on that. And that spent far too long in the oven.
Even the leader of Argentina, the man with all that experience at 33, the man Argentina looked up to, suffering from a bit of overdose of adrenaline then when he struck that.
And no time to be embarrassed about that one. Here's Reddin. O'Gara. O'Driscoll. O'Gara. Straight to Corletto. It's got to stop from Ireland, giving this ball away, kicking from hand.
Again, the threat of O'Driscoll is very real of flat ball, but it has to be quick and flat for Ireland.
And that's where O'Gara comes into his own with that flat service. Paul Wallace.
Yeah, Ireland are keeping the game very lively. Got to keep a high-octane game here. Legs are getting very heavy on both sides, and the opportunities will emerge, and I think it'll suit Ireland better. They've got the game breakers out wide, and if they can keep that going and keep the pressure on, who knows what can happen. But Argentina are really controlling the game through Hernandez as opposed to O'Gara's kicking.
Knock on, Ireland put in. Of course, Paul, former international prop for Ireland of some repute, and one of the great Lions as well. We'll remember Paul in the 1997 Lions tour to South Africa.
Him and Tom Smith, fantastic service there, taking on the box vaulted front row. Argentina make the error. But I've got to say, it was about the 60-minute mark, Ireland versus France, where France started to put the heat on in the scrum. And the last scrum, Ireland struggled and lost it. And that shunt, Celso, Ledesma and Roncero had Ireland moving. Ireland have to be brave and strong and go through this hour barrier.
Unplayable. Player couldn't roll clear.
This is not what Ireland need, a series of scrums 60 metres out.
That ball was held up in the air, which normally means it's time for a turnover, but as Paul Honnis explained, there's no chance for Leamy to get it back to his side because of the man on the wrong side who couldn't roll away. So no penalty, and still Ireland scrum. And O'Driscoll cutting, slashing, looking for a way through. Hayes. He will know he's been in the game tonight. Reddin.
Let him play it, Blue.
What is in the side to do, Owen Reddin? Preferred again to Peter Stringer. O'Gara, forward pass, bad one. That fly half, is it time for a change?
Well, he's in and out, isn't he, Ronan O'Gara? Tactically, he's in the doldrums, but you know, it's been 2 of his passes that have been right on the money that have helped put O'Driscoll through, and I just don't know whether Paddy Wallace has the wealth of experience to play in a seminal position like 10 with 20 to go here. Just don't.
So roll the dice, stay with hot and cold.
It's your gamble, but it's probably the better gamble. Stick with him.
He was unbound. One man.
Pichot. Hernandez. Makes everything look so easy, although he is starting to overhit. And he looks to the heavens and asks why. Hickey. It's Corletto again.
Bad kick to Corletto there.
Let him run.
Good cover by O'Driscoll. Seemed to be a bit forward there to Levy. That would have been the touch judge's call. Referee wasn't quite in line with that. Murphy. And on this occasion, Hernandez has to play. It doesn't go beyond the try line. No option of the 22 dropout. Dennis Hickey.
Release 12, Blue.
He wants at least one more game in an Irish jersey, Dennis Hickey. O'Gara. It's a neat kick. And so's that from Hernandez, and so's that from Murphy. Had no right to pick that one up so effortlessly. Still looking for that charge, but he doesn't get it. Pichot. And it's David Wallace who's first to arrive for Ireland. Need to see that Wallace strength now. Manuel Contepomi in there with the shovel.
They've got it again.
Albacete, Ireland were offside. Pichot, Roncero, Argentina feel something big is going to happen here. Fernandez Lobe, Contepomi. Good tackling from Ireland, but the penalty was always coming. A quarter of the match left, and Argentina poised for yet another score.
Well, this has to be 3 points from Argentina. Filippo Contepomi, of course, him and Ronan O'Gara having words. Big rivals, Munster-Leinster fly halves. The penalty is given. This goes over. It's 24 points to 15, and that means 2 converted tries isn't enough for Ireland. They need more again. The heat being turned on by Argentina. They just have to take the points. They don't need the bonus point. It's Ireland have to stop them.
Offside.
And Argentina will know only too well that more points are likely to come for that if they find their opponent having to chase the game.
Yeah, I've seen a few captains lose their head under pressure situations, but one thing about Gus Pichot, he's one of the smartest guys playing rugby. He's been around forever. He has a computer that is ticking every second of this game. He knows what his team needs, and that is 3 points. That will do them at the moment.
Durand is going to come on for Argentina. Martin Durand, over 50 caps, so plenty of experience. Eventually, Ostiglia has to go off. Change will be made after this kick from Felipe Contepomi. Shouldn't miss, and doesn't. Argentina now starting to put a little bit of daylight there, and Contepomi is mocking the crowd.
He's ever the showman, isn't he? He was first of all raising his palms to get the Argentine support pumping, and then it was the little gesture to the ears. You've gone quiet, and of course it's not just Ireland quiet, it's all of France. All of France. Longo, what a game he's had too.
And the score, just to make it clear, is Argentina 24, Ireland 15, as it says there just below the clock. And that clock is not a friend of Irish rugby at the moment.
It is ticking very fast. Turnover again, that must be 6 this half.
So how many is that in the match?
Too many, let's just put it that way.
Losing count. Here's Felipe Contepomi and Brian O'Driscoll, who is now seemingly playing in every position.
He said he'd go down with his boots on, and O'Driscoll really is putting everything into this at the moment. but it's that contact area, it's killing Ireland because they can't keep the ball long enough to stretch Argentina. I think Wally made a good point. There were signs of tiredness amongst one or two of the Argentine forwards, but if Ireland can't keep the ball more than 2 or 3 phases, Argentina can pin them backwards, take the pace out of the game. That now is really the biggest friend for Argentina.
Multiple changes coming for Ireland, with Rory Best, who's had such a trying week, of course. Neil Best, no relation, and Malcolm O'Kelly as most-capped player. And Jerry Flannery is down. He will be replaced by Rory Best, but suffering Flannery this week from a stinger to the shoulder, and he seems to be hurting in that region now, and is no part of the defence. And Argentina with Hernandez have got over that Irish surge in this second half, and it's all the Pumas. It's Contepomi still.
Oh, that's high.
Donacro Callahan. Referee just walks and shakes his head. Contepomi almost lost his, but a penalty is given by Paul Honnis for the high tackle.
That wasn't pretty, was it, from Donacro Callahan? He might be lucky here, the Munster man, if he doesn't see yellow.
Hey, hey!
A nice touch there from Contepomi of Leinster, of course, who just gave him a little pat on the head.
Be very careful from now on. All right, thank you.
If I was Contepomi, maybe I've gone for a different area of the anatomy. Head wouldn't have been necessarily what you would have been looking to tap, having nearly had his removed.
Now, to be honest, though, he's actually gone below the shoulder. He's risen up there. It is a penalty, but it wasn't deliberate, and frankly, 3 points will be more than enough punishment for Ireland as O'Callaghan leaves. And I think if this kick goes over, he's probably leaving this World Cup 2007. Contepomi could punish him in a horrible way. 3 more points.
Argentina, a side clearly right in the zone in this World Cup. They've beaten the hosts. They're on their way here to beating Ireland, to winning the pool. Contepomi with the kick, and does that kick effectively stick a luggage label on Ireland's World Cup hopes?
Looks a long, long way for Ireland now, doesn't it? 3 converted tries in effect are just about needed. And the party is about to start. A little bit early, perhaps, but Argentina are ready to go.
Flannery, O'Callaghan, Wallace are off for Ireland, and their World Cup could well be over.
Longo has been immense today. He's been immense.
Pichot, Hernandez. Jordan Murphy, Easterby, O'Gara, O'Driscoll, and O'Driscoll still. Nearly got there. Corletto did not have a millisecond.
Do they bullfight in Argentina? Because that was ultimate matador stuff. Manuel Contepomi is down, and that's worrying. Take your time.
Well, it is, because he's clearly in pain there. He's back towards halfway, so the referee can play on. Jordan Murphy is receiving treatment as well, so it's even on that score. O'Gara across to Horgan, Horgan to climb, but not collect. And Corletto is there.
Got an offside anyway, but Corletto, how cool has he been? He's cramping now. We saw a moment of utter magic on one side, and then that catch, superb. He didn't know that offside was given, and Horgan's tall, and he's an expert at this. And Corletto does absolutely brilliantly there. Manuel Contepomi is up, great news. You can see metre offside. That is the advantage of having a wing of the size of Corletto. Brilliant defensive work.
Jordan Murphy is also up.
He's played well too, hasn't he? You wonder about Murphy's absence from Ireland's team throughout. He's done everything expected of him, I'd say.
Everything expected from Eddie O'Sullivan, everything asked by Argentina. Peter Stringer there we saw. It's been a frustrating time for him last couple of matches, with O'Sullivan deciding to go with the London Wasps scrum half, Owen Reddin.
It's okay. Hands off now, Green.
P-shot. Contepomi. And Murphy once more called into service, but he's on his own here.
That chase again.
That time Ireland have the numbers. Well, they don't win it though. Longo and fed through to Hernandez. One more score and that will certainly be it. P-shot to Borges and Durand.
Come off, Green.
Argentina are probably in the quarterfinals already, but they can ink it in if they score another try here.
Hands off, Green.
P-shot with Irish hands on it. There's time to rebuild the attack.
Contepomi wants three. He wants three. That's all he needs. He's waiting.
Contepomi drop goal. No, it's the dummy.
Playing with Ireland.
Back it up, 8. Back it up.
Borges has gone back now to offer the
That's
drop
fine,
goal
through the
option,
middle.
but the ball has got to emerge from this yet.
Hernandez is there. He might fancy it.
Yeah, he's taken over now. He wasn't there initially. He's in perfect drop goal position. He's looking to make it a hat-trick. P-shot, Hernandez. And he's wide.
Through the middle, he's fine.
The man's left foot not quite as good as his right there. Good pressure from Ireland. They haven't given up.
Hernan Senejosa to come on. And no risk being taken with Manuel Contepomi, which is the right call. And a winning hug, it seems, from Contepomi to his teammate. Gavin Duffy is on for Dennis Hickey, and Dennis Hickey is getting a rousing round of applause there in what looks like being now his final international game. His 62nd cap, scored 29 tries, only O'Driscoll in front, and that by just one. Martin Durand. P-shot. Albacete.
Complete bruising control from the Latin American pack. They have taken this game.
In the playoff game in '99, it was Argentina's. In 2003, Ireland won. And Ireland get a penalty here. But in 2007,
just relax.
Argentina, who started this pool by beating France, are going to end it by beating their other nearest rivals, Ireland. That's how it seems. Still 8 minutes to play.
Still time, technically, for Ireland to win it, but not to get through there. And here you can see not releasing the penalty. But such is the mood swing in the last 15 minutes, it's almost impossible to see Ireland getting back and winning this game. Argentina are the dominant force at the moment, for all O'Driscoll's grit, determination and moments of brilliance.
Isaac Boss, who's replaced Reddin at scrum half.
Advantage. Yeah.
So Kelly.
Come back. Your advantage.
O'Connell.
Yes.
If it's going to happen for Ireland, it has to happen now. Need to score with virtually every attack.
Advantage over.
Boss, O'Gara, Darcy Shaw. Best was there. It's Neil Best. Boss, O'Gara, Rory Best, John Hayes, and look at Albacete again. It's impossible to single out names, although we've obviously have done with Hernandez. It's been so visible, but within that Argentina pack, I mean, who do you select as the man? It has been the perfect group effort.
Scrum, goal, green.
Well, it's been a great collective effort defensively. And the likes of the senior Lobe, Ignacio, so strong there. Everybody is in, everybody's playing their part. Alvarez coming in and making tackles. And the back row, of course, in this half, led by Longo, have been superb. They have torn Ireland to pieces in that breakdown.
Okay, number 1 blue. Okay. Number 1 blue
is Rodrigo
took the player away
Roncero.
off the ball and held him down on the ground. It is a penalty. Number one. Yes. Number 1. No more.
And you can bet your life Ireland will not be kicking it.
Well,
at the post.
Argentina now can quite happily give penalty after penalty away until it's the danger of a penalty try, because it's just eating the clock up, and points are nothing. It's tries first and foremost now.
Defiance from the Irish support.
See O'Driscoll, O'Gara, not certain whether that was meant for Best.
Well, the supporters have not deserted their men. Can the team deliver the supporters just a glimmer?
Oh, they've driven you down.
But 6 minutes now.
Roll off, 8.
Produced the try of the tournament. Will it be in vain? Boss, O'Gara. This could go anywhere now. And it falls for Horgan. Contepomi, that went forward off Felipe Contepomi.
Knock on by blue, yeah.
If you want a summary of the game, that's just about it. When Ireland had some pressure, O'Gara's boot not good enough, and the scramble defence from Argentina has just dominated the game. That is the difference between these teams.
Argentina are winning this pool then. France did what they had to do today, got the bonus point win against Georgia. Argentina will play in a week's time, next Sunday evening in Paris against Scotland. If it stays like this, and it surely seems that it will stay like this. And for France, it will be a trip.
Get by the tunnel, please.
Saturday night, Cardiff, against the one they all wanted to avoid, including coach Lafreda, the crossed arms of O'Sullivan, and that said it all as well.
It wasn't meant to be New Zealand in Cardiff, but Argentina have just turned this on its head.
Time, Green.
Ranked 4 in the world, they're playing like a semi-final team at the moment.
Hold.
Durand, but illegal use of the hand when the ball was in the
There
ruck.
we go. Play.
And Boss to Leamy.
Lost forward. Double knock-on, was it Mark or not?
Nothing's happened for O'Gara, has it? His knock-on.
Well, not in the World Cup in general for O'Gara. But it has for Hernandez, restored today at fly half. And although he was feeling it in the first half, he's had a hamstring problem and also a dead leg. He is going to be central to Argentina's cause. First against Scotland in the quarter-final, and then maybe beyond. We'll have to wait and see. Omar Hassan of Toulouse. And again, you can see the depth that Argentina have in the forward department, and you think that Marcus Ayerza has not been involved because of injury. It is some pack
tell you, Roncero has been absolute dynamite for Argentina today on the loose head. He's so fast on the ball. He's another back rower for them.
Pichot. I think he thought a decision was coming.
Your own player. With your own player's foot.
Our hotel's going to be noisy tonight. There are a lot of Argentine fans there, and Paris is ready to become South America.
And back in South America, they'll be watching this, and they will be loving every minute. And they will be in Argentina adopting the rugby side with, well, maybe not the same kind of passion as the football team that have to go some, but passion is the word in Argentine sport. And there are shirts all around us being ripped off and swirled around in the air.
Pause, engage.
From the chaps, I hasten to add.
Play on, balls out, lock on, advantage green.
I suppose there has to be a downside. Boss, O'Gara,
Advantage over.
and O'Driscoll.
He's got it, he's fine. Play on.
Hernandez. Murphy. But there are very few negatives for Argentina out of this performance and out of this World Cup.
Coming out 6.
Again the turnover, again the drop goal ready.
Pichot, Hernandez off the left boot to show that it can be done. Hat-trick for Hernandez. And Argentina, the world will listen now. The world will surely listen.
The maestro with his left foot finishes Ireland off. This guy has it all. Beautiful strike. He controlled the game in the first half. His kicking asked Ireland the questions. They didn't have the answers. In the second half, Lafreda's pack and their ability at the turnover have carried the game, and it is a comprehensive win. It is not to be the last tango in Paris yet. Argentina will go on to the quarter-finals, and Scotland will be serious underdogs. Ireland are going home, and Argentina will go back to their headquarters, believing in anything. This has been a definitive win.
It was Ireland who started today as underdogs, not the group, not right at the beginning, but the way it's panned out for Ireland this World Cup. They knew that today was going to be a very difficult one at the office. And now, in the end, Paul D for Ireland did stand for the death of a World Cup dream. And Argentina have laughed in the face of the D word. For them, it is now a World Cup full of life. They faced and overcame France and now Ireland. And that means no All Blacks for Argentina in the quarter-final. And for Ireland, well, tonight it is All Black, but not in the way they wanted it to be. A comprehensive win, and Argentina have proved their point, and they will still feel that there are many more points to prove in this World Cup. Jim.
Thank you very much indeed, Miles. Thanks to Stuart Barnes as well. Ireland needed a massive sporting upset here, and it was never, ever on. Great credit to Argentina. Ireland have never been beyond the quarterfinals in the Rugby World Cup. They won't even get that far this time. But next up for these fellas, it's Scotland. Argentina are through to the quarterfinals, and it feels great. Argentina haven't even got a professional game in their own country. They perfect their craft here in Europe, and they have proved too good for the Irish, winning by 30 points to 15 and knocking Ireland out in the process. So no Wales, and no Ireland in the quarterfinals. But that is how the final pool looks then. Argentina top, they will play Scotland here next weekend, and France have to go to Cardiff to play the All Blacks. Let's just confirm the full quarter-final lineup for you, shall we? Australia, England in Marseille next Saturday afternoon. Then New Zealand, France in the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff next Saturday night. South Africa against those Fijians, Marseille next Sunday afternoon. And across town here in the Stade de France, it is Argentina against Scotland. A word now with Brian O'Driscoll.
I think at parts we played some great rugby today. We were certainly the team that tried to go out and play. We had to. We just try and score 4 tries. It's difficult when you're playing against a team that refuses to play, in their own half. And for a large part, unless they're in your 22, kicking the ball in the air, and they have a good kicking game. Big boot on Hernandez, and they controlled it well. In fairness to them, and it's a difficult brand to play against. Particularly, when like I said, had to chase the 4 tries.
Okay, well, we heard him there all right. It's a bit of a struggle with it, all the noise. Commiserations, but really it was never on this, was it?
I was trying to stay positive before. Yeah, it was always going to be very, very tough. When you're chasing the 4 tries, it's much easier for the team to sit back, wait for you to make mistakes when you're trying to run the ball. And that's what Argentina did very well. They kept putting pressure on Ireland. I thought Ireland, can stand up, heads up, very proud. They did put a big performance. They didn't just go out to win, they went to try and get the 4 tries. Very disappointing tournament for Ireland, but I think this match today, Ireland can be proud, the Irish players.
Well, Thomas, the Irish did not do it for La France, and now you have to travel. You've got to go to Cardiff.
Yeah, well, it's a pain for us, because Wales, they vote for us to have this World Cup, and now we're going to have to play in Wales, so it's coming back on us. But, if we want to win this tournament, we will have to beat everybody. So we need to go to Cardiff, we have to beat the All Blacks, so let's try. We did it, 8 years ago, nobody gave us a chance, so why not do it again,
Okay, you keep that optimism going when you play the All Blacks, won't you? I know you will. The ball went down that Ireland line a few times. Jordan Murphy, long overdue his first appearance in this Rugby World Cup, scored an outstanding second half try.
Yeah, it was always going to be Jordan's type of game when the game opened up. And here you go, where Ireland are so good off first phase. Gets the ball out quickly to O'Driscoll, one-on-one, sees it Dogla, gets out David Wallace, does so well in there, offload, and Jordan coming from depth at pace. He's just such a good reader of the game, and you see it from this angle, it's even better. This long pass just takes out the midfield of Argentina, and quick hands. David, my brother, I can say, comes straight through. Good vision and a great pass out, but Murphy's line was just superb, perfectly timed, and unfortunately Ireland didn't get enough opportunities to try and pull that off, didn't get enough footholds in Argentinian territory because of Hernandez's boot. It's really pinned Ireland back.
Well, let's talk about Hernandez. He was described as the best fullback in the world. He says, I'm not a fullback, I want to play number 10. An astonishing all-round performance from this fellow, Thomas.
He's maybe the best rugby player in the world at the moment. Every time he gets the ball, there's something happening. Here, he's kicking, outstanding, ball in hand. Every time, he's well placed. On high balls, no problem. Okay, guys, I'm going to take it. And now he's making some yards, put the team on the right way. Amazing, everything he's got the ball. Every time he's got now kicking, drop goal, right foot. Okay, I'm going to score some points. I'm going to put my team ahead, and like this we can control the game much better. Again, drop goal, fantastic. When you got such a player, it's really amazing. Again, there, kicking the high balls, catching it, making the right pass, really amazing. And here again, same different angle, but when you got that player, you think, okay, what's going to happen? And every time he gets the ball,
and left foot here.
Left foot, magic, wow, he's a right footer, and here he can convert with his left foot. I think it's the best. We speak about Longo, Albacete, Pichot, Corletto, amazing today, but this guy made the difference today.
Okay, well, on the day when the Welsh coach Gareth Jenkins got the sack, the Ireland coach will not be feeling happy either. Let's have a word with him, shall we, with Eddie O'Sullivan.
Eddie, the game, you played some good rugby out there today, but up against this Argentinian side, you just think that you really couldn't do anything about it. Defensively and offensively, they were playing some fantastic rugby.
Yeah, they defended very well, and they kicked a lot of ball deep, and we had to try and run out of defence a lot. we tried to mix between kicking it back and running back, and a lot of time we got ourselves into a bit of trouble. And we needed to score 4 tries today. We gave it our best shot, but we just couldn't get enough field position to make it happen for us. I'm disappointed for the boys. They played their guts out there today. They tried right to the very end, but it wasn't to be. It's been a tough World Cup for us. It's not for the want of trying, but that's the way it goes.
Thanks so much.
It's been a very tough World Cup indeed, isn't it, for all the players and for the coach there, and he will be very, very upset at the level of achievement of his team here in France.
Yes, and today was it was an exception to how we've played in this tournament, but the early stages were really embarrassing for Irish people back home. We could have came to this game just needing a win to get through. Having to come here to score the 4 tries really turned the game in Argentina's favour. That match against Georgia, that match against Namibia, they were the ones where Ireland really left themselves
Just
down.
explain to me, what will the reaction be back in Ireland? Because under O'Sullivan, the country's had unbelievable success. Will they turn on him now?
Well, I think it's been pointed out that we've won a few Triple Crowns, but we've never actually won a Six Nations. World Cups we've underperformed. 2 months ago, O'Sullivan was going to be the Lions coach. He was a shoo-in for the job. I think that's a big turnaround now in the way we went in this tournament, where we really had potential and we didn't fulfill it.
Well, Ireland are leaving the World Cup stage here right behind us, and fantastic fans, fantastic. They're getting a really wonderful ovation, as indeed you would expect. Great credit to the fans, but it is Argentina's day, and don't they know it? And you know all about turnovers, you know all about how important it is to win that forward battle, and Argentina won it hands down today.
Especially in the second half, there was about 6-7 turnovers. It was just great play by Argentina. Their commitment at the breakdown is superb. I will say I thought they went to ground a lot. They were diving in, but they seemed to get away with it in the second half. They were very well behaved in the first half. Second half they did a lot. Ireland didn't counteract it, but then their counter-attacking play was superb as well. And with Ireland trying to have to run it the whole time, they could just pile in like this. As you see there, no one staying on their feet. It's arguable.
They're brilliant at that though, Argentina, are they? They're brilliant at it.
I think they do it in so many numbers. They do make contact before they go to ground, but they just cause a big pile-up, and the ball always seems to come back on their side. And fair play, if you can get away with it, keep on doing it.
Well, we've spoken about the brilliant Hernandez, but this fellow is the heartbeat of the Argentina side. He is the skipper, Gus Pichot.
Augustin, it's obviously a remarkable afternoon for you, a great result for you. I mean, this Argentinian side, they look unstoppable, playing against the top team as well, like Ireland.
I think we did a good game. We knew that Ireland was going to give it everything, and we just wanted to win the 4 games. That's what we came here for. That's what our objective was, and today we succeeded.
Now, regarding the quarter-final clash against Scotland, you know that you can play some good rugby against them. You know you can beat them.
We are not a team that can subestimate anyone. I think Scotland is a great team. They're in the top 8. We arrived also without being favourites, them as well. So let's go. We're going to go for it.
They will go for it, and they'll look to go all the way to the final as well. And behind me, Argentina are out there. They do not want to depart the stage. And Thomas, you know these guys well. Most of them play here in France. They're a remarkable group of players. They let nothing get them down.
Yeah, there's a spirit coming out from that team. And today they shown the world of rugby that they can win this World Cup. So I think we can expect some very good things from Argentina.
Do you really believe that? There's one for the future, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
On you go, pal. On you go. He won't forget that, by the way, the day he ran onto the park day for us. Wonderful. But do you feel this group can really do what they're dreaming of? Can they go to the final?
Yeah, I think they can do it. They showed today that even, with big expectation, they can deliver. So why not?
And what about, if you can, I know it's hard, give a bit of advice to the Scots. How do you beat Argentina? France couldn't do it, Ireland couldn't do it. How does Scotland do it?
Hernandez in jail, I think. That's the only way to do it.
It's got to be very tough for Scotland. I think Ireland played quite well. When Scotland play against Argentina, they won't have to be looking for the 4 tries, so they can play a better tactical game than we did tonight. Argentina know they're not going to run it the whole time, so they don't know the way Scotland will play against them. I think they may be able to attack their line out a bit better than Ireland did today, but you have to say I think Argentina will be huge favourites for the semi-final.
to talk to you about the Irish. There are so many really, really good players in that squad, and down there in the dressing room, they will say, how have we got knocked out of the World Cup?
Yeah, that's hard to believe when you see the names on paper. You know, that's and the way they played when they play for their club, it's really amazing. But today, you know, and during all tournament, they didn't play at the level they should have played.
Sure. And just down there, a little moment, it reminded me of Francois Pienaar's Springboks after they won that World Cup in '95. A collective prayer just underlining the spirit of the Argentina squad. It has all been about Ireland. The Irish fans will go out and try and make up for it. Paul here, just take a deep breath and give us the ramifications for Irish rugby about bowing out in the pool stages.
It's a big blow. I was involved with Ireland in 1999 when we lost by a few points to Argentina, and that was a tough blow. I think this is an even better Argentinian side. I think the big difficulty with Ireland is we haven't put away the minnow sides, as they were called, Georgia and Namibia. That's the real bitter pill to swallow for Irish rugby. You have to keep building through the provinces. Let's go back. These players are going to be back before the other countries for the Heineken Cup. Let's get back on the road and try and get the provinces moving forward and have success in the Celtic League, Heineken Cup, and let's start targeting the next Six Nations.
Back and regroup. What about you and the All Blacks? You beat them at Twickenham. Can you do it again?
Yeah, 8 years ago was really the best game in the French rugby, so I hope that we can do it again. But in June we lost by 40 points and 60 points. I think in the mind of the players, you know, that would be a big handicap. But anyway, you know, we got now, it's the last chance for us. Argentina sent us to the road to hell, so let's do it.
It's been great sharing a rostrum with you fellas.
Likewise.
Many commiserations and bon chance next weekend.
Merci.
Just a reminder, you can see the final pool game of this World Cup in half an hour or so. Francois Pienaar and Sean Fitzpatrick with Martin Bayfield for South Africa against the USA coming up on ITV4. So then Argentina awaits Scotland right here in Paris, and Ireland, sadly, they go home knowing a supremely talented group have been the great World Cup underachievers. Thanks for your company. Bye-bye.